May I come in, sir? Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
sir. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you.
Sachin Verma,
Yes, sir.
you studied in Lucknow?
No, sir. My school name was Lucknow Public School. Major branches are in Lucknow, but one of the branches was in my district, Lakhimpur Kheri.
Okay. Then you did your graduation from Delhi University.
Yes, sir.
You didn't go in for the post-graduation.
No, sir, I didn't go.
Why?
Sir, then I was involved in the civil services preparation.
You're focused for this.
Yes, sir.
What is this copy evaluator?
Sir, it is a part-time job which I have recently joined 2 months before to sustain myself. I am involved with the online coaching institute. I evaluate the mains answer copies of the students.
So which web series you are interested in?
Sir, the genre is documentary drama, and I have watched Rocket Boys, Scam 1992, Kandahar Hijack, IC 814, and recently I watched Black Warrant. It is based on Tihar jail.
You are interested in cricket also.
Yes, sir.
You play?
Yes, sir.
What do you do? Batting, bowling or fielding?
Batting.
Batting. Which position you cover?
3 or sometimes 3, 4, 5, depending upon the situation.
Since you have done your graduation in history and political science,
Yes, sir.
you must have studied the international relations also and
Yes, sir.
watched the activities now. So, what do you think about the recent tariff war which is going on, initiated by the US vis-a-vis the WTO?
It is in violation of the global trade rules. US, which is imposing unilateral tariff based on its strategic interest. So I think it violates the international laws. Therefore, the nations, they are now shifting towards the bilateral agreements and trade ties. And I think multilateralism is threatened due to these actions of the US.
What is multilateralism?
Multilateralism means global cooperation among multiple nations with respect to trade, diplomacy, and consensus on the global issues. There are many organizations like United Nations, IMF, World Bank, WTO, which are responsible for enforcing various international laws for solving various global issues.
Do you think that G8 and G20 are also part of multilateralism or not?
Yes, I think they are part because they contribute. The nations which are involved in these organizations, they comprise. They contribute significantly to the global GDP.
Because of the action of the President of the United States, you say that it has hit the multilateralism in the world. Okay, more and more bilateral treaties are being resorted to. But if you see, the world has again been divided into the American bloc, NATO bloc, Russian bloc, China. So, how is it going to affect the Indian diplomacy in the coming years?
So there will be challenges how to balance our relations with various partners. Like we depend on Russia for defense equipments and USA for export. In Middle East, we also have interest regarding energy security. So our challenge is how to balance these countries. This will be the challenge, and India is following the principle of strategic autonomy and multi-alignment in its foreign policy. So currently we have managed the crisis through diplomatic discussions.
India is part of Quad and India is part of BRICS. So isn't it a contradictory approach?
Oh, sir, I think it is the part of our policy of strategic autonomy. In the we are part of Quad because we want to have a stable and rule-based order in the Indo-Pacific region, and where the Chinese activities they are very somewhat aggressive, and we are part of BRICS because it is a platform to bring together the countries from the global south, particularly for the economic development of these countries.
What is your view regarding the communal situation in our country? Is it affecting the internal security?
There some incidents in some parts of the country, like Delhi riots in 2020. They threaten the communal environment and also create a law and order challenges. Also, during election, the hate speech also led to communal polarization. This creates disharmony in the society. But I think if there are the laws, and if the administration on the ground is impartial and is able to implement those laws and able to bring together the leaders from various communities, like the district peace communities, then we can work on it.
As an administrator, how you are going to handle such a situation at the ground level?
So firstly, we have to ensure that law and order should be maintained and violence should be contained by deploying the security forces and implementing the section 144. Secondly, we have to bring together religious leaders who have mass appeal together. Thirdly, if there are any then we have to use the social media. We have to stop the internet if required in a proportionate manner, so that fake news and disinformation it can be contained, and we have also have to counter that information through official media channels to remove any misinformation from the community among the people.
Do you think social media is playing a positive role for maintaining harmony in the society?
Sir, there are both positives as well as negatives. First, I would like to mention that it amplifies the information. The negative information by fake news or fake videos. This is more dangerous in today's world of AI. And secondly, it also helps the government or the administration in countering the fake news by propagating the news through various official channels.
AI is useful or harmful so far as social media is concerned?
So till now we have seen the negative effects, like morphed videos, images have been circulated, violating the privacy rights, but it can be useful also in terms of content creation. Creative economy can get boosted up.
Okay.
Sachin?
Yes, sir.
What are the failures of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution?
Sir, he told that there is a variation among the organism, but he could not explain how these variations are inherited in the next generation.
So he didn't know about genetics and all that.
Yes, sir. Mendel laws were discovered later.
And what did Mendel do?
Sir, he experimented with the garden peas plant, and he did cross fertilization, and he came out with the laws of inheritance, that the children they inherit certain genes from the parents.
He worked basically on plants. 40 years of research. It's the longest running research which I know. Gregor John Mendel is credited with this path-breaking work in this field of genetics. Who coined this word BRICS?
Sir, it was an organization named Goldman Sachs.
Oh, there was a guy there. Who was he?
Sir, I'm forgetting.
Jim O'Neill.
Yes, sir, Jim.
When did he do it?
In 2001.
Yeah. So what was his original concept? What did he say?
Sir, he wants to these are the emerging economies.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is what he said.
yes,
He only said BRIC,
yes, sir.
BRIC. He didn't say BRICS.
Yes, sir.
S came later when South Africa joined this thing. Achha, what are our challenges? Have you heard of this thing called SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization?
Yes.
What are our challenges there in the face of China, Russia, Pakistan, and other Central Asian states being there?
One of the major aim of the SEO is the counter-terrorism. But since terrorism, our major terrorism in our country is mainly emanating from the Pakistan-based organization. That's why we have seen that due to China, Pakistan bonhomie, no concerted action has been taken by the SEO in this direction.
Correct. They won't agree on this joint statement and all kinds of hassles which Pakistan raises. So, how do you rate our foreign policy in the aftermath of Operation Sindoor?
Sir, it was well calculated.
Okay. Bas, that's all. What did we do?
Sir, first of all, we launched, we suspended the Indus Water Treaty.
With Pakistan?
Yes, sir. And we launched the strike against certain terrorist organization inside the territory of Pakistan.
Yeah, that we did during Operation Sindoor. I said after Operation Sindoor. After what policy we adopted?
Sir, we sent our representatives to different countries to convey our
point of view.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell briefly the basic difference between AI and ChatGPT?
Sir, AI is a broad term which means that the machine will possess human-like intelligence to solve certain tasks like content creation, summarizing text, etc. ChatGPT is a sub-part of AI. It is an implementation of AI which basically create text based on our input.
Difference of IoT and blockchain?
So blockchain is it is a digital ledger technology, and it is used to store the information securely in a decentralized manner through various blocks, whereas AIoT is a computer is a concept which says that the digital things are connected in such a way that we can control many things together under one system.
What do you feel has been the major gain for India after Operation Sindoor? Besides that, we could hit Pakistan at selected locations and all. Otherwise, what has been the biggest gain for India?
So the biggest gain is that we have conveyed our clarity. We have clearly clearly said that we could not tolerate terror activities inside our country, and we will take these kind of action in the future, so that that might create some kind of deterrence for the future for the non-state actors. Sorry, sir, I'm not unable to recall the things.
Can we say that it has spurred our defense manufacturing in India after Operation Sindoor?
Generally, we can say because our defense manufacturing is improving, but specifically with respect to this incident, I have not read.
Is India exporting some defense equipment to foreign countries? And what are those countries?
Sir, Southeast Asia, Vietnam, I have read that BrahMos, they are interested in BrahMos missile, but I'm not clear about it. I will read about it.
Okay. What have been the steps taken by the government of India to ward off this tariff imposed by the US?
Sir, our broad strategy has been to diversify our markets. We are trying to sign FTAs with other countries, like recently we have signed with Oman and New Zealand. Secondly, we are trying to sign a FTA with the US also. Diplomatic meetings have been there. In the long term, I think we have to. The government is pushing for domestic manufacturing through by strengthening its Make in India program and PLI scheme, so that our export can become more competitive in the foreign markets.
Suppose you are Trump and heading US. So is it not good that he is imposing tariff on other countries to increase his revenues?
Sir, it is good, but it is not. But it is bad when you are imposing tariff for strategic gains. Like if you other countries buying oil from some third countries and you are imposing tariff on that country, this violates international norms. And also, sir, it will also increase the price of good for the domestic consumers in the US also.
Recently, just 2 days ago, Trump has announced that anybody dealing with Iran, they will impose additional 25% tariff. What exactly does it mean?
Sir, means if, like any type of trade if any other country is doing, they will.
Suppose India is doing with Iran, then India is doing with Iran, how US comes into picture?
Sir, it is their foreign policy under CAATSA Act, like they impose tariff against the countries which deal with the countries like Iran and North Korea.
So that means if he is saying that they will put additional 25%, does it mean that instead of 50% they'll put 75% on India, or is it something else?
Sorry, sir, I have not clarity on this topic.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, Sachin.
Good afternoon, sir.
I read in the news recently that one of the army commanders said that Operation Sindoor is still underway. What does it mean?
Exactly, I don't know what he means to say, but in my opinion, it can be like we are cautious, and our intelligence agencies, they are active in assessing the threats which may emanate from the Pakistan-based organization.
And this was not happening previously?
So this was happening, but I think it might not be priority.
Okay.
Yeah.
You play cricket?
Yes.
And you're a batsman?
Yes.
How do you spot a dusra from a gurmi? What's the difference?
So I'm not
Nevertheless.
able to recall that.
ये तो बड़ा मुश्किल सवाल है.
Because there's a certain way the ball comes out of the finger. So I think
Bowling action will.
Sir, actually, I just know that it turn reverse, like normal. It will be off to leg, then dusra will be like surprise delivery.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. What's your assessment of Gautam Gambhir's coaching stint? Successful, unsuccessful, mediocre, controversial?
Partially successful because we have won Champions Trophy and Asia Cup this year. But the critics says that it has been not that much successful. I think the major reason is that the team is also going through a transition phase. The senior players are retiring, new players are inducted in the team, and they need time to shift into the team environment. But I think the allegations that the team environment is not that much healthy, I think this should be worked upon, because our environment in the dressing room is reflected on our performance in the field. I think he should work on this aspect.
Okay, all right. You have spoken highly of India's diplomatic efforts and tangents thereof. But then I am surprised that you have chosen Indian Forest Service as your fifth preference, almost with a view to exclude it from your service allocation. Is there any particular reason behind it?
Sir, I think honestly, I think to be in the foreign service, you require good communication and articulation skills, comparatively more in terms of fluency in English and foreign languages. I think my aptitude is not aligned with that thing.
But you will have a training stint. Anyways, you will be trained in those languages and the entire communication paradigm.
Sir, also this is other factor, but I am also more inclined to the civil services because I been like my grandfather was a civil servant. He was a BDO. So from the starting I was inclined that I will have to work in India, on the ground, between the peoples.
One policy that you would change if you get an opportunity.
So I will try to better the land administration in the rural areas.
And how so? How will you do that?
Sir, I think the land disputes, since my father is a farmer, so I know that the land dispute with respect to the boundaries, they take very much time and effort, and also drains the farmers. I think we have to include the modern technology like drone, and we have to demarcate the fields. We have to increase the convergence between the survey department, land registration department, and other departments under one roof, so that the land transactions they are fair, and disputes they are solved in the less time.
Okay, but the government is already doing this. The survey of lands through drones, etc. The digitization of land records is happening.
Yes, sir.
So that's not really a novel change that you're talking about. Anything that catches your eye that you'd be like, yes, if I enter service, I'd like to work towards this end.
Sir, I will work for the tribals if there are any district, because since my optional is anthropology, so I want to work for them.
Coming to that, one criticism of anthropology in India is that it is more focused on, say, tribal relativism rather than, say, urban anthropology. Would you agree?
So earlier it was more tribal centric, because initially the anthropologists they extensively studied the tribal areas, but since the 1970s we have seen that the urban anthropology is on the rise. Anthropologists they started working on analyzing the impact of the industrialization and urbanization on the society in general, and in the tribal and the rural areas in the particular.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sachin.
Thank you, sir.
We'll call you back.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sachin, you have good knowledge,
Yes.
but you are hesitant in expressing yourself. Don't hesitate.
Okay, sir.
And besides your main subject, you should know other things also and express yourself accordingly. You need to brush up your studies on general subjects. Your own subject, you are all right. Secondly, you should not feel that if you are cornered to in a particular question, don't give up. Try to understand it and express yourself more clearly. Like when he asked as to why IFS is at lower preference, that's your choice. You can defend it. Don't feel that you have done something wrong by putting that down. Be confident about yourself. Okay. And secondly, when there is an aggressive questioning, counter questioning, then you get upset, disturbed. Don't show you that you are not confident, you are disturbed. Okay. You will do well. A little bit of chiseling is required. It's up.
Sachin, you don't have to be look so serious, and try to elaborate your answer. Don't cut it short in 1 word, 2 word. We are asking something about SEO or foreign policy successes, and try to listen to, like sir said about defense exports. You should have mentioned BrahMos. BrahMos is the thing which succeeded in Operation Sindhu. That's why its demand is more. You should know our defense exports are to the tune of about 23,000 crores per annum. So this kind of successes give further boost to our exports. More and more, like he asked for countries, you are again fumbled. It is ASEAN countries, Vietnam, Philippines, I believe. Some other countries are looking at it, and we expect more and more orders. That's how we build up our brand in defense export. You should have mentioned we are trying to be Atmanirbhar. That is a government policy again. Don't be so hesitant, as sir said. You know the thing. You are a product of Hindu college. Is no less than any other college in DU or even the whole of India. So be more confident, be more expressive, more communicative. BRICS, somebody saying BRICS, you should be thinking of next question. It will come on BRICS or SCO or any other multilateral initiative of Government of India.
Okay, sir.
You will do well if you regularly read newspapers and keep yourself updated. Now the EU trade agreement may happen. We don't know, but it may happen when these big shots are coming, and it's been under discussion for such a long period. So please, if you look into these suggestions, you will come out very well. Thank you. Thank you.
In addition to whatever has been said, I felt that, answers to some of the questions you were knowing, but you cut them short.
Yeah, short, yeah.
I mean, you could have explained them in great detail, but you came out as if you are in a hurry. I mean, if you are knowing the subject, you should come out with more expressions and try to be more explicit in your thoughts. With this, I wish you good luck.
Okay, sir. I will work upon this.
Just a couple of things. Firstly, like Sir said, confidence is your jewelry that you wear to the personality test room. Be confident, it shines through. Okay, you know your subject, which is why you have earned the right to be here. Secondly, when you answer, you have a tendency to look away towards the wall or the ceiling. I'd suggest to avoid that. Okay, maintain a consistent eye contact with one person, and when you're answering, just rotate around the room. Okay, and third, when you had locked your hands, often you do fidgeting around. It's a little bit distracting.
Sir, should I lock my hands or
just keep them on, just be natural. You don't lock them, because then you subconsciously will end up doing this. So to be on the safe side, just put it on the side, on your lap or something, and you're set. You just need to follow whatever Sir have said and you'll be fine. All the best.
Sir, I want to one question like how to tackle that question about why I have not gone for the PG.
You have rightly answered that. You focused on civil services. That's all. In this interview, you are not judged for your knowledge or lack of it. You are judged for your confidence and positivity in your mindset.
And clarity of your thought.
Clarity of your thought.
How clearly and fast you can convey your thoughts. No?
Don't feel ashamed by questioning. Like if you have not done PG, it's all right.
So what?
It's your choice.
You are showing to the board that you are focused in certain thing. I want to do it. That is also very important. No? So don't feel bad about it.
If somebody asks about foreign service, you say, I want to serve in India, interiors of India, XYZ, where whatever area you have chosen in your...
Like when you mentioned about your grandfather,
Yeah.
and when you were talking about the land records and difficulties in transfer of land property, there you showed your inner this thing. You're grounded fellow. So all those things are good, positive, and that will help you. So you know the ground, you know the problems at the ground level, you can tackle it, you have that ability, show that. Take care.
Best of luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.